Hi, second graders. It's time for your purple packet. And this again is no paper that you have, but you're going to see what it would look like and learn about the things that are on it. So I'm going to bring that up right now. Here it is, the Tuesday, week 27. So you'll remember our first activity is the articles and an, and we have to decide between them. How we decide is with these rules, right? Choose for words that begin with a consonant sound. We're talking about the word that will come right after the choice, right after the blank here. And choose an for words that begin with a vowel sound. So right after the blank is the word tree, and the beginning sound is t, which is a consonant sound. So we would pick for this situation. The sentence would say, "It's fun to climb a tree." Now we look on the second one, and right after the blank is this word. And when you say that, I, the beginning sound is I, which is a vowel sound, which means you need to say this word with it. So the sentence should say, "He kept an eye on his baby brother." There's a video for you to watch about these rules too. You can watch that over and over to help you get ideas about that. And if you're working in your IXL, there's practice for you there too. Let's go to the formal or informal language. And remember, this is about a style of writing or speaking. And sometimes we want a style that is for more formal situations, situation where you may want to impress someone with your good manners and your good grammar, and it might be to a grown-up or somebody important. Informal is often what you use with your family, your friends. It's just really casual. Sometimes you will have shortcut words, contractions, slang words. Okay, let's take a look at our first one here. It says, "Want to play outside?" Now, I hope you would notice that this is not really a word. It's kind of short for, "Do you want to play outside?" So since there's a shortcut here, this is informal. That would be kind of a casual way of asking someone. If you wanted to be more formal, you would say, "Do you want to play outside?" But just with friends, you might say, "Want to play outside?" All right, let's go on to number 2. "I am having a good day today." Now, there really isn't anything of a shortcut style or a slang style or a made-up word kind of thing here. Even saying "I am" rather than just "I'm" is a formal way of speaking. We wouldn't use contractions if we're going to do a formal way. Let's look at our last one. It says, "Hey, dude, what's up?" Obviously, that's the type of talk you would say to a friend, right? Probably wouldn't go up to an important grown-up and so casually and familiar like talk to them in this way. So this is an informal way of speaking. "What's up?" is a kind of a made-up word to ask somebody, "What are you doing? What's been going on?" Right? All right, let's take a look at our pencil sentence here. And remember, it says edit the sentence fragment. And a fragment would mean it's not a whole sentence, it's just part of a sentence. So this says jumping on the trampoline. Now, there's a few things with this. It could be we might want to know a beginning part of the sentence, like someone who is jumping on the trampoline. We could put in a name like we did yesterday. The other thing that this could be is this could actually be what the sentence is about. This could be a subject of a sentence. It doesn't always have to be a person. It can be a thing. So what if we this time made our sentence more complete by adding something here at the end before that period? So if I would instead of telling somebody's jumping on the trampoline, let me tell you something about this. How about the sentence say, jumping on the trampoline is fun? Now we are added a part that tells more about the beginning. So we have both parts. The first part is called the subject, and the part we added is called the predicate. We need both parts. Now, it might seem to you that I haven't added an end mark here, but if you look really carefully, I squeezed in the caret before the end mark. So just those words are fitting in. I might want to change it to an exclamation point, but the point of this lesson is now we have a complete sentence. And there's more than one way to do that. You might add something to the beginning or you might add something to the end, but on its own, it needs to sound like a whole thought. Jumping on the trampoline is fun. Let's go on to this part here and let's see if you remember what we're working on. We need to write the meaning, and it says the teacher's directions were clear as a bell. So what is this thing we're working on? Idioms. Idioms are just sayings. It's called figurative language. The words that are used aren't really what it means. So what does it mean if something is as clear as a bell? Easily understood. That's what clear as a bell means. It was easy to understand it. Okay. All right, let's do our shades of meaning. Shades of meaning have been kind of fun. I like this vocabulary building. We have lots of words here that are very similar. We would almost call them synonyms, right? They mean not small, big, giant, large, enormous. They're all size words that are for lots, not small, but big. But which is the one that you would consider biggest? Okay. So sometimes I like to think about the opposite, but I think in this one, I really think the word that I would use to describe something as the biggest, a word like enormous, really is good for the biggest. Now, of our other ones, what would be the other one? Big, giant, or large? I think giant might be the one for here. And then we're left with big or large. Large seems to be the best guess for here. Oops, now I've got to be careful. I can't hit delete or my screen will go away. Let's fix my spelling this way. I might as well just start over. I'm sure you can figure out what large is supposed to be. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I guess I was lucky. At the bottom of my list, which is my word that is of these four, kind of considered the smallest of these, it's just the word big. You know, think if you saw a dog and you'd say, wow, that's a big dog. And then another dog that was bigger came by, you'd say, oh, but that dog is really large. And then another dog came and it was even bigger than the other two. You would say, oh, I thought that first dog was big, but this dog is giant, right? And if there's even a bigger dog than that, you would say, oh boy, I thought that dog was giant, but this dog is enormous. So they all mean big, but which one would you use to mean the biggest, right? Well, I hope that helps. Again, we have things to practice in IXL that would help you with these things. Idioms and shades of meaning are all there for you, and give those areas a try too. All right. Good luck with your work and get a hold of us if we need.